Hello and welcome to Design Practice 2 Articulate. This online lecture will run you through some feedback with regards to the exercises completed in week 2. In specific, what we'll talk about is feedback on your interior volume drawings that you completed in class in week 2, and then the existing drawing package that you are completing at home. So we'll first just go through some of the principles of drawing conventions. And I pulled this example out just as an example of some of the basics that we need to keep in mind when we're creating both the drawings that we do in class and the drawings that we're doing at home. The first is line weights. So this drawing just simply shows 2 line weights. So you can see here elements that are major elements that are cut through are generally in a thicker line weight. Elements that are more minor elements, so windows, doors, and also components that we're looking at in elevation, so things that we have not cut through, are usually in a thinner line weight. Line weights are a kind of alphabet of drawing, so they help us to understand what the drawing is trying to communicate. The other thing that was important, I think, to note here is that the plan does not just show a rectangular box, it shows windows here, 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 and doors. And that's a very important part of the existing site that has to maintain. So it's important to show those in your plans, in your sections, if you can see them, and in your elevations. The second thing that we need to keep in mind is to show context, and you'll see in the course outline and the assessment outline that we do need to show adjacent context both in elevation, in section and in plan. There's no need to do that for the drawings that you did in class last week, keep those as is, but for your existing drawing set we do want to see that, for example, here there's an existing garage like this. And over here is the tobacconist, right, which is a double-storey building. You'll see the same thing in plan, right? So we've got, I think this is facing the wrong way, but in principle, a garage over here, and we've got a building that connects here. You can also start to show that there's actually another building that extends this way. So it's really important to show context, particularly when you're working with existing building. That's partly to communicate the setting that you're in, but also for you to understand when you're making design decisions, how those design decisions relate to the surrounding elements on the site. Another important one to remember, and I noticed a lot of you guys did this the opposite way, is that our north point should always be facing up the page, okay? And this means that our plan needs to face and orient upwards on the page if that's north, okay? So at the moment, this plan indicates north facing downwards. So we actually need to turn this plan 360 degrees. The second thing, or the third thing to remember, is that every page needs to be titled and referenced. So every page needs to have a page title. Every drawing needs to have a drawing title and scale. And the ground floor and first floor plans should indicate where the sections are taken. Again, this is all reiterated in the course outline and the assessment outlines. So as an example of this, Edwina here, yes, Edwina has shown a page title, so she's written her name. She should also be writing the title of the workshop. She has titled each drawing, so we've got here section and we've got plan, and she has scaled each drawing, so we've got 1 to 100, 1 to 100. She's also noted with section markers where the section is taken. Again, the north point faces downwards, so this would mean that her plan would actually just need to rotate 360 degrees. We do need to think about craftsmanship here. Okay, so beautifully crafted clear drawings that are quite evocative to look at with the labeling, particularly when we're by hand, remember that we want things to align, okay? So section and scale should be on the same line, plan and scale should be on the same line. It can be helpful just to rule 2 lines and then to write between those. Here, text should, all letters should align at the bottom and at the top. So just being really careful in your crafting. Part of this is what we're assessing these drawings on, okay? So remember when you're drawing, even when it's quickly, to take care. Use a ruler if you need to, draw in pencil first if you need to, and then ink in.